So you're thinking about moving to Detroit, Michigan. Today we want to give you a tour of Brush Park, Detroit, which is right downtown. As you can see, we're in Brush Park, Detroit. Right across the street is Ford Field. Over here is Comerica Park. You got Little Caesars Arena across the street, and Brush Park is right in this area. So we want to show you a couple different price points of what you get here in Brush Park, give you a quick tour of the area, and we're going to do all of that starting right now. Thanks so much for checking out today's video. My name is Matt Talbot. My team and I help people just like you every single day move to here to Detroit. We get calls, texts, and emails literally every single day, and we live for that for people that want to move to the area. If you're thinking about moving to Detroit, Southeast Michigan, or anywhere here in Michigan, please comment below, send us a message, shoot us a text, or hit the Calendly link here on YouTube and set a consultation today. We'd love the opportunity to chat. Today we are in Brush Park, Michigan. This is actually where I live in Brush Park, Detroit. It's an absolute gorgeous area. It is a killer location here in downtown Detroit. As you can see behind me, there is tons of construction, tons of renovations happening. Brush Park is happening. It's a very, very central location, right between downtown and midtown, and there's a reason why it's a popular area. You have all the major arenas, so all your Detroit sports are right here, tons of concerts. You can walk to bars and restaurants and everything that your heart desires. So we want to show you 3 different price points today here in Brush Park. Stay for the end because there's some really cool real estate that we want to show you around here. In the meantime, let's check out Brush Park. We'll do a little bit of tours. We'll check out what's going on, some different places here in Brush Park, some of the developments, so you can understand what it feels like to live here in Brush Park, Detroit. We're walking and talking here. So we were just at the corner of Fisher and Brush. This is now Winder and Brush here in Brush Park. As you can see, they're doing construction right here. This is going to be the Brush Park Apartments. These are going to be rentals, not for sale. But these are a great location. If you can see across the street, if Nick can point across the street right quick here, literally great views of the city, skyline views. Comerica Park's across the street. That's where the Tigers play. Lots of concerts there and stuff like that as well too. But this is a fantastic location. We're coming up on 2 of my favorite buildings here in Brush Park on the left. These are bread and breakfasts and Airbnbs currently, but they're really cool old Victorian mansions here in Brush Park. So this is such a central downtown area. It's one of the reasons why there's so much development here. As the city evolves and as the city is growing and a lot more people are coming back to the city, you're seeing places like Brush Park really kind of pop. So these buildings are super cool. I want to show you on the left, and then we're going to come up on Woodward Place and show you what the price point looks like in Woodward Place, right across the street from Little Caesars Arena, a killer location. So this is 234 Winder. It's a boutique hotel right in Brush Park. Great spot to stay if you're in town here and you want to go to one of the stadiums. Maybe you're here for a concert or you're just visiting someone, or you're thinking about looking around before you move. It's a cool spot. It was built in the late 1800s, I think like 1870 or something. I love this type of architecture. It's all throughout the city. It's gorgeous. If you like this type of stuff, this is what Detroit's all about right here. So we're in front of the Garden Loft at Woodward Place. This is 66 Winder. Really cool units here. These condos are awesome. There's a lot of different sizes and price point. Currently there's 2 for sale in there. One's actually just below 300,000 and the other is in the high 4s. So they really range from 3 to 700,000 depending on unit size. The view, there's a lot of different reasons of sort of the variety of price point in there. The building itself has parking inside. There's a gym, and a lot of them have really, really good views. So we're on the Winder side. The other side of the building is actually the expressway and a great view of downtown. So you get the city lights at night and stuff like that. So 66 Winder is a great building. There's a variety of different options here. Here in Brush Park, you're a couple blocks away from DMC. You can jump on all the major expressways right here if you have to go to a different hospital or if you have to go to Dearborn, let's say, to work at Ford, but you're right in the thick of it here in Brush Park. So really great option here. You got street parking obviously right here as well too. too. There's some parking up the street. During the games, it gets a little bit congested in here and stuff like that. I actually used to live right across the street here. So another thing to mention is the queue line across the street. The queue line goes up and down Woodward. It takes you all the way, through New Center and all the way downtown to 1 Woodward, 2 Woodward, which is the city building right downtown in Campus Marshes. So you can actually walk to the corner and jump on that, and you have public transportation as well too if you're working downtown and it's too cold to walk. It's a little chilly today, not too cold to walk around, so we're gonna do some more exploring. Next on our list is Woodward Place. It's right by our previous location we just came from. These are really, really great units. There's a ton of them, so there's a really solid HOA. This development happened in the 2000s, okay? So they're, newer builds, as in a lot of Detroit is built in the, 1800s, 1900s and stuff like that. So they're newer builds. Some of them have been renovated throughout. There's a unit for sale right in the building behind me, right off Woodward, literally right across the street from Little Caesars Arena. That one's at a $480 price point, 2,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's a beautiful unit, been completely renovated. So a fantastic location. You'd have to really enjoy the city living, of course, for being right off Woodward and right across the street from the arena. Obviously, when there's games and when there's sporting events, there's a lot happening in here. So there's pros and cons. These units come with attached garages, which is awesome. And again, such a fabulous location here in Brush Park. The reason why I'm very bullish on these units in specific is because there's a good amount of square footage and they were built in like I said, around the year 2000, okay? And so what's gonna happen is a lot of the development behind here, they're selling at a much higher price per square foot. So which is price fair in my opinion, a lot of the new development here in Brush Park for what you're gonna get and where the Detroit market is heading. That being said, you're gonna get more bang for your buck. So you might buy something that's a little bit more dated in Woodward Place, in my opinion. However, as time goes by, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years goes by, and some of the other new development starts to get a little bit more dated too, you're still gonna have that square footage. So again, the reason why I think this is such a great investment, although some of the new construction is beautiful and makes a lot of sense for a lot of buyers, the new construction is selling, 400 or 500 plus a square foot. You can purchase in Woodward Place really $250 price range, which is a great bang for your buck. Again, as time goes by, yes, you don't have all the amenities that some of the new construction has. You don't have all the modern finishes, and that's some definitely high class, upscale, beautiful real estate down the way. However, when you're talking about that big of a difference in price per square foot, you get a lot of bang for your buck here in Woodward Place. Now, flavor matters, I guess, situation matters of course too, so we want to show you some of that other stuff in the higher price point as well too, but a lot of Woodward Place is really selling anywhere from $350 to $650 for the most part, and price per square foot is very, very competitive here in the city. B-roll, 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 B-roll. We're still in Woodward Place here. So obviously you get this cool, alley with the brick and stuff like that. And this is sort of the whole vibe throughout Brush Park in a lot of ways. There's some nice trees in here. It's really downtown city living. It's a very unique location here in Detroit. You're not going to get this a lot of other places. So it's cool. I enjoy it. So we're here in front of Bodega, which is a really cool place. It's a little market, so you can get all your, produce and milk if you're out of milk and sugar and stuff like that. But they also have a bar in there as well too, so you can grab a beer, have a glass of wine. And as Brush Park is changing, you're seeing a lot of these commercial spaces going in kind of throughout Brush Park as well too, and throughout the city. So this place is really cool. It's great for the locals. It's easy to walk in and grab something if you need it. You don't have to go, down the street to the grocery store. There is a Whole Foods and stuff like that down the street. That being said, it is cool to have these little boutique places in the city as the city evolves. And so Bodega does a great execution. It's a really cool place. I'm a huge fan of this place. There's some other restaurants as well too. You'll see more and more commercial units and rentals going in throughout Brush Park as the development continues on. Okay, so we deal mostly with buying and selling of real estate. We don't do a lot of the rental stuff. That being said, there is a lot of rental options here in Brush Park. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of units going in here. Big variety of different apartments you can also rent here in Brush Park and definitely in the city. They're popping up all over the place. There's a whole massive change happening in the city of Detroit currently, and you're seeing that both on single family condos and stuff like that, as well as the apartment multifamily units. The mayor's office in the city is doing a good job making sure to keep a lot of variety of apartments, meaning they're keeping a lot of low to moderate income available throughout these more affluent areas in the city as they develop to kind of deal with like gentrification and stuff like that. So it's cool to see a city that cares about its residents, that want to keep things the same, while simultaneously you know, still evolving and still, Detroit has had a very rich history and had a lot of changes over the last X amount of years here. And so as the city changes, it's important to keep that. So there is a lot of apartments down here as well too. If you're looking to rent, you can definitely drive down to Brush Park. There's a ton of places popping up all over the place. The Scott is up the street, one of the more developed ones a couple years back. Although we're really here to talk about the properties for sale in the city, there is a lot of rental options as well too throughout the city and definitely here in Brush Park. So here in Brush Park, there's a lot of different restaurants and different options as well too. We are at Watson and Woodward currently. Behind me is Second Best, which is a local bar and grill. It's a great spot before or after a game. Ragos is a high-end restaurant, beautiful drinks in there, really, really good cocktails, a fantastic menu as well too. Bakersfield is to my right. That's where your tacos and margaritas come out. There's also like an F45 up the corner for your working out needs that burn the calories after you're trying out all the restaurants. There's a juicery you're going across the street. So Brush Park is having more and more restaurants as well going in. Detroit is really known for its cuisine, or is becoming very known for its cuisine. There's restaurants popping up all over the city, and there's some really, really good eats here, guys. I travel a lot. I travel all over the world. I try a lot of different places. Detroit has awesome food, and they'll compete with the best of them. So we're here at City Modern. There's a unit for sale behind me at $750,000. It's 2,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. These units are really cool. They have a lot of, they have different options, including a rooftop terrace, so you can get up on top of your roof and you have your barbecue up there. You can do, you know, your partying and hanging out here, and you have city views and stuff like that. So City Modern is a more modern development. These are built really from, I think, 2019, 2020, all the way through now here in 2023. So a variety of different options. There's a variety of price points, but really that $750 price point is kind of almost entry level in a lot of ways. A lot of them go up from there up into over $1 million. So again, at 2,000 square feet, you get an attached garage, rooftop terrace, and they're doing a lot of cool things here in City Modern in the inside of the apartments. It's a whole different way of thinking of real estate. They've done different ways of actually keeping the center of a lot of the units open so you can actually walk outside, and then they do window units in the inside of the units throughout to create a lot of natural light throughout these units, which makes them very, very unique. So again, at about a $750,000 price point, give or take, depending on your budget, there's some nice options here in Brush Park and here in City Modern. Okay, so City Modern was number 3 on our list today. I told you I wanted to show you 3 different places here in Brush Park. This is our bonus round, okay? So we're still in Brush Park, of course, and we're still surrounded by City Modern. However, as they did this development, they did a good job keeping as much of the historic homes as they can. So behind me is a beautiful unit here, and it's actually been divided into 2 units, townhouse style. The unit that's for sale is just under $1.5 million, 1,475 to be exact. It's 2,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, an absolute gorgeous renovation here. And so they've done a really good job here in Brush Park with doing the development, putting a lot of the newer stuff in here, giving you that townhouse city feel, but keeping a lot of the historic homes as well too. These homes were built in the 1800s. They're beautiful. They're really, really cool here in Detroit. So as Brush Park develops and changes, it's cool that they kept as much of the history as they can. So real high-end real estate here. It's an absolute gorgeous option if you like that vibe. If you found interest in this video and you want to keep up in the Detroit marketplace, please hit like and subscribe for more videos just like this. We absolutely love creating content for you. We absolutely love teaching you about our area. Southeast Michigan's awesome. Detroit's awesome. There's so many beneficial places to show you. So stay tuned for more videos just like this.